Hello everyone, it's me Lamani and welcome to Farming Friday. With the current announcement of patch 1.2, there's a lot of things that can be done to make gold, but there's also a lot of reasons why you should be leveling your professions. So today, I'm going to take you through a complete leather guide and show you all of my top locations for farming rawhide, thickhide, and ironhide. So why are we farming these? Well, for patch 1.2, if you haven't heard, crafting is going to be important because they reverted their change. Any gear you craft can still be 600 gear score, no matter what your expertise level is. That means you're going to need daily cooldowns like runic leather so that you can boost up your crafts so they are guaranteed 600 or in that level range. So it's important to start leveling your professions now, but what that means is these items will be selling like hotcakes, okay? You can farm any of this and make some quick gold off of it. They're generally uncontested, except for one spot. And there's a lot of different ways to make gold, but it's also going to be very, very beneficial in your own tanning leveling process or skinning leveling process if you didn't do that while you were leveling. These are the 3 locations I'm going to be going for each one, and I just wanted to share that knowledge with you. The lower level hides are a little bit more difficult to get, so I figured why not just cover it all in one video. Before we get going, if you want to connect with me, feel free to leave a comment. I'll get back to you. Join up the Discord that's linked below. We're almost at 1,000 people, which is nuts to me. And then follow me on Twitch. That'll also be linked in the description. I'll be going live at 9:30 a.m. Central Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week. So connect with me, DM me if you want anything. Join our company on Eden. Just feel free to leave me a DM in game or let me know. Somehow I'll get you an invite. Anyway, this leather farm. The first location we'll be going to is Fort Ramos in Cutlass Keys. It's going to be on the southern island. And what you're going to do is start on the western side of the fort and you're going to loop around to the front of it, walk in, and then walk out and reset. These dogs will reset extremely fast. So as soon as you finish, you'll be able to reset right away. These dogs respawn very, very fast. And these little demon dogs drop a ton of rawhide compared to other beasts at that level range. They're kind of right on the edge of, maybe getting to thick hide, but end of rawhide. But for some reason, these corrupted dogs just drop a lot. This spot is usually uncontested. You can farm it pretty much all day. You could even split it a little bit and, somebody could farm on the west side and then kill some other wolves and lions and stuff crawling around in the forest. And then somebody could hold the front. There's not a lot of competition at this spot ever. I was sitting here free farming for about an hour and I got a ton of rawhide. By far, best rawhide spot, and you need a ton of rawhide for leveling tanning. You'll need rawhide every step of the way so that you can make those starter leathers and snowball them into the higher tier leathers. So great starting spot here. This is what I would suggest. This second spot here, a lot of people are going to be familiar with. It's Boar's Home in Restless Shore. Yes, is it contested? Most of the time, but when it's not, you can get a ton of thick hide, and thick hide is the one that sells for the most because it's the most difficult to get. Boar's Home, while it's contested, you can still free farm it pretty well with 1 to 2 other people there. And the reason why is because look at these respawns. Doesn't matter, maybe you could go hunt out in the world and look for things, but between the time you would take to travel from each mob and pull them this effectively, and then still too, we get the chance of getting 2 to 3, 4 mobs at a time. It's just going to save more time in the long run. That running time is wasted time, and at that point, we could just get a respawn, even if there's competition, and still get enough boars that it's worth it. This spot was way better in the past before they nerfed it, but right now, as is, it is the most effective thick hide farming spot. Thick hide will probably take you a little bit more time, but this is the spot I'll be heading to every single time I need thick hide. Go here, doesn't matter if it's contested, just farm a couple spots, run around the camp, and just hit what you can and compete if anybody else is there. Again, I'm on Eden, playing at a pretty decent populated time, and there's only 2 other people here, and they keep running away, so I get free farms. If you farm at a time that a lot of other players aren't on, you will have unlimited thick hide access, and this is a huge gold maker. And then our final spot takes us to Eden Grove. We're right on the border of the Spriggan Swamp, and you can see it's just north of Bramble Cliff. This spot is incredible for Ironhide. Ironhide isn't the most difficult one to get, just go kill level 60 beasts anywhere, but this spot specifically has crazy respawns and density. I go over here with a hatchet, life staff, and I start on this side and I pull the 5 boars. You sometimes miss the 2 to the north, but that's fine. You can just run over and pull them, and you'll see already I'm getting Scarhide. Legendary leather drops are big here. You can run PvP flagged with a skinning luck food, and you will get tons and tons and tons of legendary leather. Now, Ironhide, again, you can use it to make the end game leathers, but the real big reason we farm here is because of those legendary leathers, along with the respawn times. So we'll start by pulling over here, and then you just keep moving along. You go down into the swamp, pull some boars. You go over to the opposite side, pull some boars over there. And you'll see that it is contested over here, but we kind of made a little agreement. You know, I would farm over here, kind of jump down to the swamp, get a couple boars down there, but just make sure you're multi-pack pulling. It's very easy. If you have something like a hatchet, I've done it without a life staff. You don't need much healing. You just pull the boars, chop them up together, skin them. You will get pork, you know, pork belly to sell. You will get that iron hide, which won't sell a lot. And so this is mainly why it's a profession booster here. But then the legendary hides will always sell, but you can also use those legendary hides, save a couple, and make your daily runic leather cooldown. Runic leather is what's going to be needed for the profession grind. This is why people are paying to get their tanning up if they haven't already. This is why it's important to get your tanning up. But this spot will be a solid gold maker because of the legendary leather, and the food that you get sells a lot too. And some of those crafting modifiers that you'll get, like boar's blood or like some of the weird ones like the tusks especially, those sell as well. So a lot of gold potential here. Pop on some skinning luck gear, pop on some luck food, and just go to town. You'll make good gold, but you will get thousands and thousands of iron hide here as well. Just keep pack pulling, chop them down, tons of gold potential. Great spot right here. So these are the 3 locations I will be going to transition between rawhide, thick hide, and iron hide. Each of them has a lot of potential to make gold. And again, the reason why is everybody's leveling all of their professions right now because there's this mass panic of I need to be a crafter so that I can craft 600 gear score things for myself before the expertise system comes. I think this is a good change as far as the expertise system goes for that crafting community. I know a lot of people were upset by that change. Something else I will mention is if you don't have some 600 gear now, you can buy 600 gear or whatever gear you want, and that will be grandfathered into the new system. So it doesn't matter what your expertise will be. If you have a 600 helmet before the patch, and then when the patch hits, that helmet will always stay at 600 no matter what your expertise is. But now if you go and try and buy another helmet that's 600 and use it, that one will go down to your expertise. So old items will be grandfathered in, new items exist in the new system. But individual crafts, if you go and craft your own 600 helmet with some of this stuff that you're getting from these farms, that helmet will be 600 permanently, even in the new system. So keep that in mind. I hope this video helped. I am making these kinds of videos on Farming Friday because I need to work on my professions. So I'm starting to investigate different avenues to pursue that. I want to be a trade skill master, but one day we'll get there. We will see. As always, if you want to support me directly, hit up my Patreon. On my Patreon, I'll be asking for your input, some support, questions, you know, try to get you more involved in my process. But I'm going to read off all my patrons because I think it's important to do so and let you all know who they are. Thank you, Jacob, Adrian Thuggius, Shane Gill, Shmeezy, Anarino, Ajiro, Nathaniel, Thonar, Nicasio, Joseph, Tarvi, Generic Guy, Ronan, Ralph, Bob, Florian, Blue Beagle, GDB, Jay Kitchens, Wentz, Dexter, Rich, Rob, Matthew, Josh, and Michal. Thank you all so much for your support, but thank you every single one of you just for watching. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you want to connect with me too, hit up the Discord link, hit up the Twitch link. Let me know what you need. DM me whatever you want. That's okay. I'll answer whatever questions. But as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you all for being you.